Hello, everyone. My name is James, and today I'm excited to walk you through what we've been building here at Secured Carbon, and also to show you how we're helping clean energy developers unlock fast, compliant, and scalable tax credit monetization, tax equity strategies to get your projects funded, and even project equity financing to pre-fund your entire pipeline. So if you're a developer, financier, EPC, or ecosystem partner, hopefully this walkthrough will help you understand what we do, who we help, and how we might be able to work together. So let's start with the core problem and core challenge. Capital access is stuck in a bottleneck. Tax credit monetization, especially under the new Inflation Reduction Act rules and new IRS regulation, has been reduced. It's still slow, opaque, and fragmented. And you combine all these things together, and you can see that a lot of energy projects are sitting idle. Developers are forced to wait 6 to 12 weeks just to move forward with construction because of unclear regulation in the ITC transfer process. You add in the paperwork, the IRS risks, lack of buyers, and it's clear that we need a better system. There is also no clear path to funding, and for a lot of small and medium-sized energy projects and developers, financing for projects at the scale that most developers are looking for just doesn't exist. Investors want clear financial returns on their assets, especially institutional capital, investment banks, and some of these larger, more established funds. And then developers want access to institutional capital, but there's no clear way to standardize this process, connect them in a trusted way, and provide clear visibility into the asset classes. The opportunity here is the $24 billion that still exists in available incentives that was kicked off in 2022 by the Inflation Reduction Act. And even with the tighter restrictions from the recent bill, including ITC, battery, and low-income community bonuses, 2025 and 2026 still remain the most valuable period to monetize and secure the full benefits for before the deadline passes, especially for ITC, community battery, and many of these other incentives and bonuses that are added to these projects. And that's why we built Secured Carbon. It's a full service tech-enabled platform that helps developers source, structure, and secure capital investment for energy financing, as well as model incentives and transfers in a streamlined, standardized, and trusted pathway. And here's how it works. A CPA verified project package ensures full investor trust and compliance. Investor matching based on credit appetite, geography, financial modeling, and returns. Deal room and workflow automation is included, which standardizes the flow of capital to reduce friction and build trust on both ends, as well as speed up capital deployment. And this is all backed by experts with 50 plus years of experience. They're always in the loop, they're always touching on the project at every stage of the life cycle. And we're able to process and reach bankability at just 1/10 the time of traditional bank financing at a scale of the entire portfolio. Our vision for this platform and for Secured Carbon is to build a bridge connecting investors, financiers, and developers using financial incentives, capital structures, and financial investor mapping as our engine to accelerate project development at the speed and scale that the industry and the development market requires. If we look at Secured Carbon as a platform by the numbers, we can see that we are currently processing $277 million in tax credits. We've done this for the past 2 years. We are transacting more than $100 million worth of energy projects. We have ongoing exclusive partnerships with real estate developers in California, Illinois, New York, and Texas. And we also have access to energy funds, investors, and networks of institutional capital. We also have exclusive partnerships with a lot of these organizations you see here on the screen, and many of our co-founders are actually part of these organizations and bring a breadth of knowledge and experience with them. So I'm going to dive deeper into the key differentiator and the insights that we've learned doing a lot of market research here into this core problem. We see that many projects miss out on a lot of bonus value up to about 45% of the value of the project, and traditional financing requires extensive time and resourcing to ensure compliance for a lot of these transactions, specifically ITC transfers, and this ultimately delays the project development by months, if not years. And so our vision for this is much more than just helping you sell credits. We want to de-risk and maximize the entire capital stack, building a project monetization strategy that reaches investor bankability and profitability margins, whether it's a one-off rooftop solar install or up to a 50 or 100 megawatt energy project. And we do this through a combination of modeling techniques, building in the incentives, and modeling out the IRR. And because we're focused on speed, structure, and scale, developers receive capital certainty. Investors are able to gain access to clean, auditable credits and assets with full IRS alignment. And our CPA-backed engine allows both ends of the party to provide a clear path to monetization, asset attainment, and bankability. So we primarily work with community solar and C&I developers with projects between $1 to $50 million, whether they be residential aggregators who are bundling up to 5,000 or more rooftop installs, other types of developers with more complex or hybrid financing needs, and a lot of different early stage developers with strong PPAs, but who have limited balance sheet access, exposure, and resourcing. So anyone building an energy or storage project that requires capital investment, financial structuring to meet bankability, profitability, tax credit monetization, transfers, or anyone in need of a network of institutional capital, buyers, or funding to deploy into their project, we're really going to be the partner here to build an energy financing pathway for any developer looking to scale quickly, monetize all aspects of their project value, and ensure they're not leaving anything on the table. We're really built for energy financing. We're looking for a lot of different developers who are wanting to scale quickly in both community, residential, and battery. And we also provide a lot of modeling services, which feed straight into the specific need of these core developers. If you look at the specific financing process, which is normally traditionally how this works, I'm going to compare this maze of processing with our methodology, first showing you what we're able to accomplish and the risks and delays we're able to mitigate. From an installation to credit registration to project funding, most processes take months of delays. As you can see here, there's a huge amount of backlog that goes into a project finance or a credit diligence sale, from the supply chain to the data point gathering. There's a lot of compliance risks and delays associated with a traditional financing process. And what we really do at Secure Carbon is to cut all of that out. And our platform is mainly designed to model your projects to bankability, essentially while you sleep, so you can take a hands-off approach to financing your pipeline. And we provide you with a seamless connection to established buyers, investors to ensure a secure transaction, from a project management, project facilitation, and transaction facilitation standpoint. Secure Carbon has a very easy three-step ITC credit transfer process, and this is included within the engine, that is going to be modeling out your different project lifecycle. And the full cycle of taking you from credit origination to credit transfer fills in the gaps and expedites the process without the need of additional tax teams or additional resourcing. Again, this is built into the existing engine. All you need to do is run a model that will help to monetize the credits, ensure that we have all of documentation ready, and it saves you up to 40% of the time we list you on pre-vetted marketplaces and provide all parties with any audit-ready documentation required if the IRS is to look for a documentation trail. For any energy developers looking for a clear path to capital investment, we provide enhanced due diligence, transparent, trusted equity partnerships through many of the organizations that I spoke about earlier. We have a built-in underwriting system that's part of our engine. So when you run the model through this, all of these things are included. Standardized financing transaction facilitation. We manage all aspects of the transaction. And we also incorporate cost segmentation for an investor, project developer, or any brokers or vendors that might be involved. That is part of the package that we include with this entire platform. If you look at the team, we come from a variety of different backgrounds, from Google to fintech to traditional finance, such as Citi, Bank of America. We also have in-house CPA guidance, and our product and technology teams have a breadth of experience working in the technology space, compliance, risk, blockchain, etc. And so we're really bringing together a lot of different backgrounds here to fill the gaps and build a pretty cohesive team with a breadth of experience. So if you're really interested in partnering with us and joining our network, whether you're a developer looking to scale faster or a partner interested in collaborating, in finance, insurance policy, or technology, we would love to connect with you. We have our two main points of contact here. You can reach out to me or to talk. Feel free to just send us a quick intro email. Thanks for watching. We're really enjoying the work that we're doing, and thanks for the work you're doing to help to accelerate the renewable energy transition. And we're excited to build together soon.